Hey tribe, welcome back. This is RayTube practice question number 40, so stay tuned. Okay, so let's dive into it. A social worker is asked to complete a program evaluation of a company. What tasks should the social worker do first when conducting a program evaluation? A, determine the criteria for measuring success for the program. B, determine the methodology that will be used to evaluate the program. C, determine the available resources the company has for the program. Or D, determine what the goals and objectives will be for the program. You know how we do? Reread through the question, reread through the answer choices, pause the video, select your best answer, unpause the video, and then we'll continue with the explanation. Okay, if you picked D, you are correct. Why? So let's scroll up a bit. The question is asking what is the first step for setting up a program to be evaluated. With that being said, what's the purpose / desired outcome we're trying to achieve, aka the goals? Let's take it away from, let's take the social work aspect away from it and use fitness as an example. Instead of being a social worker, we are a personal trainer. And like, Ray, what do you talk about? Check this out. So A, determine the criteria for measuring success for the program. This is incorrect. Why? So how can we determine the criteria for measuring success for our client if we don't know what success is, aka the client's fitness goals? Success would be helping our client achieve their fitness goals. What are their fitness goals? If we knew what their fitness goals were, then we could determine the criteria to measure it more effectively. Imagine the client working out, and although they made progress, they didn't make progress in the area they truly wanted. Let's say they lost weight, but they really wanted to build muscle, right? So again, yeah, they did the whole, fitness, workout, gym thing, eating right and everything. But how about they wanted to build muscle, but instead they just lost a lot of weight? That's not helping them reach their true goals of what they wanted. Then we go to B, determine the methodology that will be used to evaluate the program. This is incorrect. Why? So how can we design a methodology, aka, again, just using fitness as an example, exercise and diet plan for our client to achieve their fitness goals if we don't know what their fitness goals are? For instance, I imagine a bodybuilder trains and eats a lot differently than other athletes. Because again, notice how it's speaking to the same thing with the first answer of A, which was incorrect, where if we don't know the goal, they can still make progress, things can still get done, but how about if it's not in the way that they truly want, aka their desired outcome? That's what we want to know what the goals and the objectives are. Then we go to C, determine the available resources the company has for the program. And as some of us, we're like, oh, Ray, that's important. That's important. It is important, but this is incorrect. Why? So when assessing the available resources, how do we know what resources would be helpful or not for the client to achieve their fitness goals if we don't know what their fitness goals are first? For instance, let's say the available resources consist of cardio equipment that's irrelevant to our client's particular fitness goals, which is to build muscle. And it's like, oh wait, it can be used a little bit in everything calisthenics and all and all that other stuff. But at the same time, again, if their goal is to, again, in this example, to build muscle, and they just have like treadmills and ellipticals and stuff like that, that's not really doing anything for the client for what they want, right? Once we know the goal, we can look around and assess the resources that will help us achieve that goal for the client, right? So although we're using fitness as an example, the same principles apply. And that's why D would be the correct answer of determine what the goals and objectives will be for the program. This is correct. Knowing the goal, aka the outcome we want to achieve, will allow us to establish objectives, which is the actionable steps to achieve that goal. And for the client, it's that desired outcome that they want. Because even when we scroll back up, right? Even when we scroll back up, A social worker is asked to complete a program evaluation of a company. What task should the social worker do first when conducting a program evaluation, right? Where are we trying to go? What is the purpose of this entire thing? What are we genuinely trying to achieve from this? We got to know where we're going so that we can know which direction to go in, what steps to take to achieve that ultimate goal. And just like think about when you're working with a client individually, right? You meet with them, do the assessment. After that, we want to determine, okay, and it's a collaborative process, of course. Hey, what are the ultimate goals you want to achieve, right? Let's say, for example, they want to reduce their symptoms of depression, reduce their symptoms of anxiety. All of the objectives, and again, it's a collaborative process, all of the objectives on that treatment plan are going to be the things designed for the client to ultimately achieve their overall goals. As social workers, our objectives or interventions that we'll utilize, like teaching healthy forms of coping, assigning action plans, aka therapy homework, for the client to achieve their ultimate goal. So they're going to be doing those objectives. Everything is in order for them to achieve that desired outcome. We don't want to give them objectives and things to do where it may help in this area. And while it is overall beneficial in their life, if their ultimate goal is to reduce their anxiety or reduce their depression, and we're having them do things on their objectives, such as obtain employment and just other things where it's like, I guess that's kind of contributing to helping them with the overall goal, but is it really? So we always want to be mindful of that. Okay, tribe, that's it for today's video. Again, that was RayTube practice question number 40. Just a quick practice question to really get us in that exam state of mind. You know what I say? Doing at least 2 practice questions a day helps keep the exam anxiety at bay. And, you know, whether you're looking at it on YouTube or, you know, you're getting your practice questions from another source, by default, always doing at least 2 practice questions a day. You could definitely step it up more if you would like to, if you got your time, because you know your schedule. Doing at least 2 practice questions a day. And I even recommend doing at least 1 practice exam a month to help keep you in that exam state of mind. And think about it. People usually study for about 2, maybe 3 months, right? 2 a day, 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 2 a day. You hear it? 2 a day, 2 a day, 2 a day, and then 1 practice exam a month, 170 questions. That's a lot of practice, and we're learning when we either read or listen to the rationale. So that's helping with the details, the information side of things as well. 2 a day, and 1 practice exam a month. That puts us in a really good state of mind to go in there and pass our exam. So I highly recommend that. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and tell a social worker friend because we don't want to be licensed by ourselves. And find that study buddy. If you don't have a study buddy already, I highly suggest tapping in with someone that maybe you went to university with, or check out our Facebook group. Our tribe is growing, and you know, the benefit of having a study buddy is being able to have that verbal dialogue about this information. Because when we're just kind of reading about it or just kind of watching this content, it just stays in our mind. But we want to be able to have that dialogue about it of like, oh, it makes sense. That's why this was the answer. Got it, right? Because it's a lot different when this internal dialogue is going on versus when we're talking about it with someone else. And that's with any of the information. So make sure you tap in, get that study buddy so we can go in there, pass our licensure exam, and continue down our social work journey and put all this behind us. All right, tribe, I'll see you next video.